What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Not for Debate. You know the guys, Havoc, Banks, and Shake Money is all up in here, man. I
Oh
gotta
man.
tell you, it was a race against time, but we made it though.
Welcome to Not for Debate, the loose edition.
What's going on with y'all?
I'm good, bro. I am not liking all of these videos of people playing the PS5. It is eating me up inside. I don't like it when people who have PS5s send me messages telling me how much they're enjoying their PS5. You can keep that to yourself. I don't need to know. I'm already upset. I'm on Walmart.com more than I would like to be on Walmart.com, but other than that, I'm doing great.
I think me and you are both in the same boat right now. As far as trying to find a counsel, like I was
Highly
talking to
upset.
somebody that's trying to flip them. Right now, you can buy it for like $1,000. I know a guy right now you could buy it for $1,000.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing that.
Now the question is, are you willing to put down that $1,000 for a new console system?
Not in the current tax bracket I'm in right now. No.
Yeah, that's about shoot 75% of my rent right
Like
now. So
yeah, yeah, like seriously, if I was yeah, no. I don't even think if I was in a different tax bracket I would do that. Just off the strength alone. Like I'll wait rather than pay double for it. So
I'm struggling right now to wait though. I ain't gonna
struggle's
lie.
real.
Banks, what's up, man? No,
Yo,
my
what's
man.
good, man?
Oh man, same old same old. How you doing?
Good, bro. I'm actually I was in the process of doing a few things, and I always forget that Saturday is a recording night. So, and that's crazy because I'm like kind of like the cold guy, and I should be remembering that stuff. But my weekends, I'm so busy on my weekends. I'm all week, and I'm supposed to know this stuff. So thankfully, like I said, I honestly can't thank Devore enough, man. Seriously, I don't know where would I be or this podcast would be if it wasn't for Seriously. Because man, I forget, man. I my day is always filled with something. I never make plans just because of stuff like this. When I make plans, I never seem to get it accomplished for some reason, which is backwards. But whatever. But I'm good. I'm happy to be here again, y'all. I hope let's have a good stream night, man. And what's up, chat? Thank y'all for stopping by again. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Shake, you all right?
Yeah, give me a minute. I was held up a little bit. So
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. I do want to see your face though, because the last episode, like you was had the speed was with the quickness last stream. So I gotta get that 2 days in a row. But since we on the
hold on,
topic
man.
of games though, Banks, Havoc, I don't know if you're a fan of the Assassin's Creed Havala, but
Yeah.
I see Banks playing that joint on the regular. I can't wait to get my hands on it,
Yeah,
man.
Valhalla.
Valhalla, excuse me, Valhalla. I can't wait to get my hands on it, but I kind of want to wait until I get it on next gen though.
Yeah. Right now I'm wrestling
Yeah,
because
I
I
mean
don't
you
see the.
can, but you gotta remember if you can buy it now.
Yeah, go ahead, Banks.
Oh, he probably on
Remember
the
you can
shake money
purchase it
internet.
now, and it transfers over to the new console when you get it. So, but yeah, it's definitely worth it just by playing it. Like my hands-on review of it. I mean, I honestly think the last three Assassin's Creeds was it? Which one was it? Was it Odyssey? Was it
Odyssey was
Which was
great.
the Revelation? I can remember the first one. Odyssey was fantastic, and then I didn't
Yeah.
think they can get any better. And Valhalla is definitely better than the two predecessors. So I love to see the direction that Ubisoft is going with the Assassin's Creed franchise because, I mean, I've been a fan of Assassin's Creed from the very, very first edition of Assassin's Creed. I played every single Assassin's Creed. They fell off a little bit. They hit a curve for a few of them. I forget the names of them, but I think it was Brotherhood and all that stuff, and all that kind of was bad. But it's good that they're back on track and they got a direction that they're going with it. It's actually a really good game. It's probably the best game out right now, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
good
I mean,
game.
I got I got a question because right now I'm wrestling between three games. It's either Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that's Spider-Man Miles Morales, or the third, or Watch Dogs Legion.
The
I'm
Watch
leaning
Dogs-
towards I'm leaning towards Miles Morales because it seems like the best the game. I mean, I heard the PS5 version is insane, but even though I still hear the PS4 version is really good.
What's the difference between the PS5 version and the
Bro,
PS4?
everything's the difference. It's next gen, bro. Everything's the difference.
If it's just a little graphic knockoff, I'm cool with
No,
that. But if we're talking about like story mode wise, is it different?
I just think they're giving you just whole blocks of things they just can't fit into the PS4 version. Like if you look at NBA 2K21 on PS4 and look at it on PS5, it's basically a brand new game. Like that's the jump. So I might get Valhalla because I loved Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but realistically, probably I'm gonna go with Miles Morales. It looks really good.
Divorce. Is Havoc breaking up a little bit on your end?
No, that's you, man.
The way you look at the camera when you realize.
Hold on, let me see.
Hey man, he breaking up around you? Oh man, gotta get on that landline, get off that Metro PCS coverage.
Oh man, that recorded in the car must be something, boy.
Yeah, man, I know they love to do it for food reviews.
Here we go.
Yeah, bro, that Valhalla looks pretty intense too, though. I will say that much. That Valhalla looks intense.
Can you guys see me?
Yeah,
I
we
see
can. Yeah, we can see you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys clearly. So yeah, I mean the Miles Morales game looks good too. The only knock that I have on it from people that I know that have it personally is like I was telling Devore last night in the Xbox chat, it's super short. I think they say it has like maybe 6 hours or something, like 8 hours. It's really short. So I think that's intentional because, of course, it's a Spider-Man game, and Marvel probably going to back it up with some type of DLC that's going to come behind it and stuff like
They
that.
made a ton of DLC.
Yeah. So, but the initial impression is this is a good game. It's just so you can't go wrong with either. Oh, milkshake!
You get a little bit of feedback there.
What's going on?
It was good. I feel like I can hear myself.
Yeah, I hear myself too. Hey,
Yeah,
Shake.
come back. Come back.
Yeah, I think it's your. Yeah, I think it's you.
All right, I'll be back.
Man,
What was his name on his caption?
bro, I couldn't even. I didn't even pick it up, man. I didn't even pick it
It
up.
better be milkshake.
Yeah, it better be Spectrum or Optimum, Time Warner Cable, someone to fix up that internet. Man, I need to fix that internet, bro.
It seemed like he was up to speed. I just feel like his audio was just a little bit too loud.
Yeah, maybe.
I
Yeah, I was hearing that feedback like I was listening to myself.
Yeah,
I'm having connection issues right now on my end. I think it's because I'm not on Wi-Fi.
yeah. You need the Wi-Fi, boy. That's exactly what you need.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's safe to say just go with the Valhalla, since you said the Miles Morales is short, and then you said the Valhalla you can transfer it over to the next gen console, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
All right, so I'll probably.
It told you that before. Right?
But I'll tell you this though, it may be a good thing. Like, let's say you get it now and you play it now, and you don't get the PS5 for like 6 months from now. Then you already forgot about the game, so by the time you transfer it over, it's like a brand new experience.
That's the crazy part because I already purchased the Madden and the 2K for next gen, and it's sitting on my console ready to play, but I don't have the console. So if I end up having to wait until
That's sad, man.
when the next one come out, I'm going to be really bad.
Are you talking about the Series X or the PS5?
The Series X.
Okay.
I got to get the Xbox first.
You got the games before the console?
Hey, I had no choice. Like 2K put you in that situation where, all right, so you just want to buy the basic version for like $60 and you get like no perks with it, or do you want to go ahead and buy the $100 one? I think it was 120 dollar one where you get the current gen version and the next gen version along with some Kobe Bryant stuff.
The Mamba, Mamba
yes,
Forever edition.
yes, along with some free clothes, along with 75,000 VC points.
That's what's up. I mean, I don't know anything about VC points. I just play franchise. That's why I hate Madden. But, like I said, man, if you got the PS5, salute to you. Don't message people with PS4s if you don't want them to not talk to you anymore. That's all I got to say, because I'm ready to hand out blocks left and right like Richmond Webb. So, get at me, bro.
Man, I tell you, everybody's tweeting out, taking pictures of their PS5, tweeting out pictures of their controller, like, it's so much better than the PS4. I'm like, man.
I know. I know. Like, I feel like I got, like, it's like the day that, like, the PlayStation came out and everyone started looking at their Super Nintendo differently.
Right.
Like, I guess I gotta get rid of this.
Right, like the next time I see somebody post something up like that, I'm gonna just dive on it for real.
Yeah, right. Post the Addy.
Like
I'll be around real quick.
Just brag about it. Damn, I guess we ain't gonna have no shake and bakes this evening. I'm trying to stall them a little bit more time to get themselves together before we get into the first topic. But it's looking like we might not be.
Nah, man, we gonna get the people what they want. We gonna get into it. We've given them all the PS5 talk already, so I do like the title of the show though.
It was crazy. I think I was sitting down watching the Monday night game, and I kept on seeing. Oh no! Take that back. First, I saw the Pro Football Focus post up about Larry Fitzgerald not dropping a pass since 2018.
Yeah, I saw
and
that
then
too.
I was like, "Yo, that's freaking crazy, man!" 2018, and then I could have sworn the streak was even longer than that because sometime closer to that time, it was like Larry Fitzgerald doesn't drop anything. So I was just like, "Yo, I got that." Like, that's definitely got to be a conversation to be had about Larry Fitzgerald, concerning the fact, like, based on how long he's been in the league. He came in the league in 2003, if I'm not mistaken.
It's interesting from a career perspective. I mean, at this point, he's basically like the league's best slot receiver. Like,
right.
He don't drop nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in terms of putting him at greatest wide receiver of all time, is he one of the great? Does he have the arguably the best hands of any wide receiver ever? I will definitely give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, as long as a gentleman named Jerry Rice played football, I can't give you GOAT status. I mean, that's just you can't front on Jerry.
Basically, I think if Larry Fitzgerald is gonna break his record, I didn't look at the record yet, but okay, so Jerry Rice right now is sitting with 22,895 receiving yards, and Larry Fitzgerald is currently in second with 17,344 yards. So 8, 9, 10. So that's about 5,000 more yards. So he would have to play another 6 seasons, and that's just me guesstimating right now off the top of my head for him to be able to break the all-time receiving yards record for that. But as far as rings are concerned, Jerry Rice got that. I ain't even go looking too deep about the receiving yards. I mean, the Super Bowl rings. But I think by longevity alone, I think Larry Fitzgerald has to be put in that conversation as being the greatest receiver of all time.
Yeah, but Jerry played into his 40s though. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely gonna see.
Jerry played into his 40s and like he was still starting too.
Mm-hmm.
it's one of them things where, like, I don't think at any point, like, Larry Fitzgerald is always considered one of the best wide receivers. I don't know if at any point he was considered the best wide receiver. And I just think that's a distinction that Jerry Rice held alone for a while. So, it's one of them things, man. To beat the GOAT, you got to beat the GOAT. Now, I don't think he's beaten the GOAT, but he's come pretty damn close. I'll give him that much. He came pretty damn close.
Well, receptions, Jerry Rice is sitting at 1,549, and Larry Fitz is in second right now with 1,411. So I feel like if he plays, let's say, have 200-yard catch, 100 catch seasons, 200 catch seasons this year and next year, he's going to break that record.
Yeah, he still has work to put in. He still has work to put in to be considered.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it like that. And I'm not saying that, like, even if he eclipses it, like, I can't take it away. I can't take it away from Jerry. But if there is one wide receiver that had to take it away from Jerry, I mean, Larry Fitzgerald is not a bad candidate. It's just the thing is, I don't know if at any point in his career Larry Fitzgerald was the guy. And that's something Jerry Rice is going to always have over him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough, man.
All right, so I'm a believer right now that he's not going to touch him. It's full. I don't know. 120. Larry Fitzgerald has 120 touchdown catches. Jerry Rice has 197. The second place right now is Randy Moss with 156. To be honest, I don't think the touchdown record is going to end up happening for Larry Fitzgerald because he doesn't get in the end zone enough for me.
Yeah, and plus, especially, I mean, he's a possession receiver at this point in his career, so it is what it is. Ain't nothing wrong with being second place to Jerry Rice or third place, maybe if you're a Randy Moss fan. Ain't nothing wrong with being third place to Jerry Rice. Ain't no shame in that.
Well, okay. So, Jared, appreciate you coming through to the stream this evening, man. He brought up a great point. Now, think about it like this. Do you think Larry Fitzgerald would have broke those records if he would have had a Joe Montana or a Steve Young throughout his career? Because you got to think about it. He's been through some quarterbacks. Like you talk about, Sean Blake,
I mean,
Matt Leinart, Kurt Warner, John Skelton.
Not great quarterbacks. Sam Bradford. It's one of them things, man.
I think he's one of the best ones he's ever played with is Sam Bradford outside of Carson Palmer and Kurt Warner. Because you like
quarterbacks.
Yeah, like we're talking about like fourth round quarterbacks, undrafted free agent quarterbacks that he's been playing with, and he was been able to sustain these kind of numbers and being able to still keep his same demeanor and be quiet about the whole situation. Like we've seen multiple receivers throughout history. One of my personal favorites has been Andre Johnson. Just a class act receiver. Just be quiet. Don't even matter who's throwing the football and still be able to produce numbers.
Yeah. But I mean, you could say the same thing about Jerry Rice too. And I think the issue that you run into, if you want to play the what if game, I mean, what if Dan Marino had a defense? How many rings would he be sitting on today? It's this, as much as, I mean, basically, in my opinion, if you put Larry Fitzgerald in Jerry Rice's role in the San Francisco offense, I don't think he puts up the same numbers. I think he puts up similar numbers. I don't think he puts up the same numbers because Jerry Rice was just on something different. Larry Fitzgerald is very close, but like I said, ain't no shame in getting close to the GOAT.
If you want to do the what if games, what if Randy Moss would have been drafted with Dan Marino as quarterback? That year he was drafted. Miami had a chance to draft him, and imagine if Miami would have gotten Marino, Randy Moss with Marino, and they had a good defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think particularly Randy Moss. He talked about how important it was that he had Chris Carter to mentor him, and Danny Green around to mentor him. So who knows how it would have turned out? Because when Randy Moss went to Oakland, it was like Randy Moss was on vacation. I didn't hear about him for a couple of years. So, who knows?
Yeah, but you said OJ McDuffie there. They could have mentored him as well. They had some good people in that locker room that could have mentored Randy Moss just as well as the people they did in Minnesota.
Yeah, but I mean, would Jimmy Johnson have been a father figure to him like Denny Green was? You know what I mean? That's kind of the angle I'm hitting in that. I think regardless, Randy Moss, regardless of where he went, he's just too talented.
I think he would have been because look what he did with Michael Irving. Michael Irving was just as troubled as Randy Moss was.
Yeah, except Michael Irvin was he was troubled and played good. So nobody really cared too much. He in terms of his play never dropped off no matter how much trouble he got into. But I will say,
he was good in Marshall. He was breaking all kind of records in Marshall.
Oh yeah, man. Him and what's his name? White Chocolate. Jason Williams, man. They were killing it out in Marshall.
Chad Henning, as a matter of fact, Chad Pennington was his quarterback.
No. White Chocolate, Jason Williams, him and Randy Moss grew up in West Virginia together. White Chocolate went to Florida.
Yeah. No, he remember Randy Moss got Chad Pennington drafted because that was his quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, that will get you drafted. Randy Moss will help a quarterback's draft stock. There's no, I mean, you look at them Oakland years, you got to really question who do they have, playing quarterback back in those days. If Randy Moss isn't getting 1,000-yard seasons, but that was a dumpster fire. So it is what it is.
I think they had who's that guy? That black quarterback that now he's
Culpepper.
Russell.
Oh, Jamarcus Russell.
Marcus Russell, yeah, I think that's what I think that's how he's gonna be good because Marcus Russell had whatever.
Yeah, like I think everybody was so hype about Jamarcus Russell when he ended up I think he threw like a 75-yard bomb on his knee or something.
Yeah.
And like everybody wanted Jamarcus Russell at that point. It's like, oh, Jamarcus Russell's going to be a beast. Like, it came out of LSU, right? LSU?
Yeah, he came out of LSU.
Yeah, LSU. So
he started showing up to practice smelling like Hennessy. Didn't want him so much then.
And overweight. Hennessy and overweight.
Yeah, like clearly you came out with the club starter kit. Like you just walked out into the practice field. It's like, maybe this Jamarcus Russell thing wasn't such a good idea after all.
Must have been an Oakland Raider thing because they had an overweight kicker. You remember Sebastian Janikowski?
I do. He was at Florida State. He was supposed to be he was a first round pick as a kicker.
He was the first and only first round pick kicker.
Yeah, this guy was supposed to come out and kill the game. He was supposed to be hitting like 60, 70 yarders every week.
I think he set the record for, was it 61, 62?
I remember every single year he played, he at the very least attempted the record for longest kick.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had that type of leg. Now, he didn't have the most accurate of legs. I think he may have only gone to the Pro Bowl once in his career. But he played for the Raiders for a long time. I know that much.
The Raiders and only the Raiders.
He played for Seattle.
He played for Seattle? He played for Seattle?
He played for Seattle on the way out the door.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so since there's no argument here about Jerry Rice being the greatest receiver of all time, who's your number two?
OJ McDuffie.
What?
I thought you meant number one Miami Dolphins wide receiver. Number two Miami Dolphins. Second to Jerry Rice is Randy Moss, in my opinion.
Sure.
In my opinion. I mean,
you with that?
He's only put up one of the greatest seasons ever by a wide receiver. So,
he's the only non-Dolphins jersey I own. So,
yeah.
You know what? Me personally, I'm going with T.O. all day.
That's fair.
As far as what, dramatic?
So what's your beef with T.O. Shake. I'm just saying because if you want to go the Randy Moss route, there have been some issues in Oakland with Randy Moss where he didn't perform. And with T.O., you know what you're getting out of T.O. You may get, well, like I said, this comes down to the narrative thing. You may possibly get some drama, but you're definitely going to get a 1,000-yard receiver and 10-plus touchdowns a year, regardless who's the quarterback.
I mean, that's a fact. But, you know, if at that route, and I know he retired early, but
he didn't retire yet.
No, I'm not talking about T.O. I'm talking about a guy that I would possibly take over T.O.
I know where you're going with
and
this.
I know he retired early, but I mean, Megatron was something different.
He was no joke, but he didn't have what T.O. had. Like, now what you see in receivers nowadays, and this is my biggest beef with DK Metcalf because everybody seems so amazed by DK Metcalf, but DK Metcalf is one of the biggest players on the field at the second level. In the secondary, there's nobody should be able to tackle him. And like when you look at a T.O. is not going down off of an arm tackle. T.O. is not going down. He catching the ball and somebody put their hands on him. T.O. is throwing him to the ground and he's looking to score. And DK just falling to the ground like he does not have that extra aggressiveness to him, if you get what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, I mean T.O. was always one of the most best conditioned athletes out there. That's a fact.
Oh yeah, and I would throw DK in that conversation.
One of the reasons I put over T.O. is Michael Irvin.
What?
No.
Yeah, I would. Why not?
Why not? Because T.O. was better than Michael Irvin.
Yeah, right. And what planet,
bro?
Dude,
Earth. What are you talking about, bro? What?
No.
Wait. You're talking.
Shake. Whoa, man. What did you have before? What did you drink?
What did you have?
No, what did you drink?
Michael Irvin is a way better receiver than
You need to put down. You need to put down the coquito, homie.
Oh my God!
Put down the coquito, cabron.
I'm pissed off for T.O. He's not even listening to this podcast.
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now.
I love Playmaker, but I got T.O. over the Playmaker.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
How many other receivers did the Cowboys have? It was just him by himself.
They had Alvin Harper.
He made Aikman look like a Hall of Fame Roberts quarterback.
Wait a minute.
They had Alvin
Harper. You still had
Emmitt
Smith, and Emmitt Smith was a threat too. So let's not
one of the greatest offensive lines ever in football history.
What it had to do? I mean, the offensive line can't help him in the secondary.
Yes, it can. Hey, Shake. When you're playing the quarterback position, if you have all day to throw the football, a crappy quarterback can look like a freaking Pro Bowler. And on top of that, like I said, Emmitt Smith is right there. So you have to game plan for Emmitt Smith. You just can't just game plan for Michael Irvin. Like I understand he's a threat, but still, you gotta take Emmitt Smith into consideration.
Yeah, you also got to take Michael Irving into consideration too.
I think when it came down
at the end of the day, you can't pack up the box like you want to because you have to worry about Michael Irving catching the ball.
I think when teams play the Dallas Cowboys, the name of the game was stop Emmitt Smith first.
Who
stop
is
Michael
the all-time rushing leader right now before Adrian Peterson broke it? Did Adrian Peterson break it yet?
At the end of the day, it wasn't a passing league. Emmitt Smith had to play in a league where there was no such thing as 10 yards. There was no such thing as after 10 yards you can't touch the receiver.
T.O. played in that league at half of his career, though. I understand that part.
Not all.
I understand that part. But what I'm saying to you is I don't see Michael Irvin.
And he was a big dynamic in that. Whenever you talk about the Dallas Cowboys, you always bring up Michael Irvin's name.
Look, listen. They're very close. They're very close.
It's not even close.
No, it is very close.
He's the first ballot Hall of Famer too.
It's very close, but for me, it's T.O. by a hair over Michael Irvin. By a hair over Michael Irvin.
I can respect that, but to say that he's nowhere near him.
It's close.
If you gonna sit back and put Randy Moss at number 2, okay. So how far is Michael Irvin from Randy Moss? Answer that for me.
To be honest with
He's
you,
below
top
Randy
5
Moss.
receivers, top five
Oh,
receivers.
thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
But
Thank
for
you,
me,
God.
and you said you want to get in the top 5 because there's the top 5 wide receivers, real quick, just so everyone knows.
Hold on, Havoc. Rex,
Yeah.
right now, who are you taking? Michael Irvin or T.O.?
Oh, T.O.
Thank you.
Oh well, yeah, that's one man's opinion. I'm Michael Irvin.
I mean, Michael Irvin was
my guy.
Remember, Michael Irvin originated the word playmaker.
Yeah, I mean, but for me, the list is real simple, man. You got Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens. Then it gets very tricky.
Oh, what happened to Playmaker?
Then it gets very tricky. Larry Fitzgerald, Michael Irvin.
So you're not gonna put Calvin in there?
Damn, I just said Megatron. I gotta rethink this whole list.
I think Randy Moss is the best receiver.
It's hard to put him over Jerry for me, but I get that point though.
If you were to draft,
it's just Megatron didn't play long enough.
This is how I want you to look at this. If you were drafting doing a pickup game, what receiver are you drafting? And now you have to consider off the field issues as well.
Uh-huh.
Who are you investing your money in to be your receiver?
I mean, Jerry Rice, obviously.
Well, obviously Jerry Rice, but that number 2, who are you putting there as far as that number 2?
Oh, Randy Moss. I don't care.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
exactly.
I don't think that dude. No, I'm not
I don't care.
I'm not investing my money in Randy Moss.
Well, I am. So
I'm taking T.O. all day.
I am.
You want to pudding.
Like I know T.O. didn't have off the field issues, but he did. He was doing workouts in his front yard.
That's cool. At least he was training.
Calling out your quarterbacks.
Oh my gosh! Look, man, it's tight. It's tight. It's a tight race, but I mean, I love Megatron. It's just Megatron only played like 8 seasons, something like that. Like Jerry Rice played over 15 seasons. Jerry Rice basically doubled Megatron's career. So it's hard for me to put him in the top 5 just because he doesn't have enough longevity to be in there. But I mean, I still like my list. My list.
Same case to be said about also Barry Sanders, who didn't play that long.
Yeah, like the supporting cast definitely has to be put into consideration when we talk about our list here.
I mean, in my opinion, Barry Sanders is the best ever.
Oh yeah.
He retired for the same reason Megatron retired early.
It's Detroit.
You just looking at this bum organization. It's like, why am I breaking my back for these people?
Right.
I mean, that's really what it came down to. And Barry Sanders, when he retired, he was number 2 all time in like 3 less seasons than Emmett.
Mm-hmm.
Barry Sanders, in my opinion, is the greatest running back of all time. Now, Emmitt Smith is great, but Emmitt Smith had a lot of breaks fall for him in terms of his career. So,
well, you got to also remember Emmitt Smith ran behind one of the best offensive lines,
and that's one of them breaks I'm talking about.
He had a great offensive line, great. I think 3 of those players were Hall of Famers or something like that. It's crazy.
And if you took a deep dive into Troy Aikman's stats, he don't look too much like a Hall of Famer without them championships. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
You said it, not me.
I'm just looking at the stats. And I'm looking at Troy Aikman's career stats, and they are not that impressive.
It was a different era, though. Quarterbacks weren't expected to put up the numbers that they're putting up now.
Troy Aikman and Dan Marino played in the same era.
The running back, but different though. Dan Marino didn't have a running back as good as Emmitt Smith. Never. If Dan Marino had a running back as good as Emmitt Smith, he'll win the Super Bowl.
Let me ask y'all a question. How many times do you think Troy Aikman threw for over 20 touchdowns in a season over the course of his entire career? How many times?
Not often. Probably like 3 or 4 times, maybe.
Once.
Right. See, it wasn't. The league wasn't as transcendent as it is now. They weren't doing. It's a pass first league. Back in the day, the games were won by playing great defense, A, and B, you had to run the ball. Like, the running back position was probably the most important position at that time. Quarterback wasn't a key position. It wasn't a key position at all.
I'm not
You had to have a good quarterback, but
I'm not rolling, man. Talking about, he literally averaged about 16 touchdowns a season.
Right.
Yeah, he ain't in my Hall of Fame.
Like, if it ain't for the championships, Troy Aikman is really just some guy.
Troy Aikman was Troy Aikman had the ultimate advantage simply because he was the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. That's just
it's a national stage in Dallas.
Come with that.
Yeah.
I don't think Troy Aikman was that great either, but given the fact that he performed well, when it mattered, and he was a Dallas quarterback, Dallas Cowboy quarterback, that meant something. You know what I mean? It's kind of a,
Yeah, that definitely, is what he's banking on. You know what I mean?
I think Tony Romo was better than Troy Aikman.
100%.
1,000%.
100%.
1,000.
Let's just keep it a buck, man. Like, Troy Aikman, all time is 74th all time in passing touchdowns. 74th. Yeah. Did you tell me there are 73 other quarterbacks that have thrown more touchdowns than Troy Aikman?
What'd you say, Shake?
Yeah, go
ahead. I'm bring this up. The first quarterback to throw over 5,000 yards was guess who?
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino, 1984. Who was the second quarterback?
Breeze. Breeze broke the record, didn't he?
He didn't break the record. It was he threw for Marino threw for 5,084. He threw for 5,061. But guess the thing about it was Dan Marino broke it in 2084. It wasn't until 2008 when they made.
Wait! You confused
1984.
Oh yeah, you confused the people at home. You said 2084.
1984. It wasn't until
1984.
Yeah. It wasn't until 2008 when they made that stupid rule about you can't touch the receivers after 10 yards that all these quarterbacks started getting these 5,000-yard games.
Yeah, clearly Dan Marino, in my opinion, I don't care. I understand Tom Brady's accomplishments. I understand it. Dan Marino's the best quarterback ever. Fight me, bro. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000% about that one.
Yeah.
Like, let's say if we took away, let's say 7 rings, would you still put Tom Brady up there?
Oh, if you take the rings away, no. He ain't the GOAT if you take the rings away.
Okay.
You ain't never the GOAT you ain't the GOAT when they take the rings away. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing about the GOAT argument. If they take the rings away, you're not the GOAT anymore. But Dan Marino don't have no rings.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's still the GOAT, in my opinion.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So if we take the rings away, is Tom Brady would he still be considered as the GOAT?
He would still be considered a Hall of Fame quarterback. He would not be considered a GOAT. He would still be considered a Hall of Fame quarterback. He would not be the GOAT.
Fair enough.
And then there are people out here who think, you go down to Green Bay, there are people that think Brett Favre is better than Dan Marino.
Nope.
Which is lunacy.
I already had Aaron Rodgers better than Brett Favre when Aaron Rodgers went to his first Super Bowl.
Aaron Rodgers is better than Brett Favre. That's a fact.
Like that's definitely not even an argument, but for some particular reason, folks have made that an argument. Maybe I'm just a young buck, and I saw from 2000 all the way up until probably 2007 was his last year with the Vikings, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
This is the way that gunslinger mentality I'm not a fan of. And then there was that one year, 2004, where he was just throwing the ball up, just saying F it, just throwing it up just to anybody.
Yeah. And you know what? Brett Favre used to be able to hold the card that he was the toughest quarterback ever. But in my opinion, Steve McNair is the toughest quarterback ever. So he's not even the GOAT of being the toughest quarterbacks, in my opinion. I think Steve McNair holds that title.
Steve Young was a pretty tough guy too, man. He was a
Yeah, he
fullback
was.
with an arm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember Steve Young used to get hit a lot because he used to
Yeah.
run a lot, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
And
He
again,
used
he
to
had
run a lot.
his career early too because of the concussions he was getting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah.
All right. What were we gonna go ahead and do for the top 5 today, Shake? What you
Yeah,
got
man.
for us?
Pick the
I think
topic.
I'll throw out 2 topics and we'll let the chat decide. We'll do two topics and we'll let the chat decide.
I don't know if there's
Top
enough
5.
people in the chat to decide it, but okay.
Okay, well, just in case.
Well, okay.
Top
How about
5 fast food or top 5 actors?
okay? So while we wait on the chat to respond back to that, I did want to go over the Thursday night game. Well,
Okay.
Banks kind of ain't really here to have this discussion, but he feels like there's something wrong with the Tennessee Titans. They have been on a little bit of a decline, considering the fact they basically lost 2 of their last 3 last games. Me personally, looking at the Titans' last game against the Indianapolis Colts, I just felt like they just were unable to recover after that punt block and then that shank punt that they ended up having. So that's just my take on it. I don't think there's really anything wrong with the Tennessee Titans. I feel like they're going to get right back on track.
Yeah.
Next game, like I know they had some tough games against the Cincinnati Bengals. That's one, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, my other issue is they need to get rid of their kicker. Let me just keep it 100. That kicker, Steven Gostkowski, he need to go because he's been missing a lot of field goals, and he's costing the Tennessee Titans crucial games, and that's what ended up happening against the Pittsburgh Steelers because they fought all the way back. They were literally in the hole, like a 17-point hole, if I'm not mistaken, and they ended up fighting back just to be put in a situation to kick a field goal. Now, granted, to Banks, Ryan Tannehill did miss Corey Davis on a touchdown, but it happens in the NFL. But
I mean, I'll say this, Mitch. It looks like what's happening in Tennessee is what happens with a lot of good teams. A lot of times, good teams, they don't lose games against. They don't necessarily lose a lot of games against other good teams. They just drop games in the middle of the season, like it happens. Like, of course, the NFL season is shorter, but a lot of times you just drop games, especially if you know you're going to go into the playoffs. Sometimes teams just drop games. It's not excusable. I'm just saying this is just what happens now. Gostkowski, ever since he got hurt and he got surgery and he went to Indianapolis, he's been washed. He's been washed. Like he's been cutting checks off his name, basically. So, it is what it is. It happens. He had a good run. But, as long as, and it's tough because, Tennessee, man, Taylor Lewan, probably their best O-lineman, tore his ACL. He's out for the season. So there could be that effect as well. But generally speaking, I'm not too worried about Tennessee. I don't think they have enough juice to go to the Super Bowl, personally. And Taylor Lewan tearing his ACL only kind of secures that in my mind. They'll still be a good, and I mean, they can run the ball. Their defense ain't too great, but they can run the ball, and they have an efficient quarterback. So they're gonna win. They're gonna keep winning games. They're gonna make it to the playoffs. But what they're sliding right now. They're I wouldn't say they're sliding. They're settling right into place. That's how I feel about Tank. They're settling right into place.
So do you think they're pretenders or contenders?
I think they're. I think Derrick Henry is a contender. I even think Ryan Tannehill is a contender. I think the rest of that team is pretending, though.
I don't know exactly how to take that. If the team is a contender or a pretender, are they going? Let me put it like this: are they going to be seeded as a playoff team after Week 17?
Yeah. Oh, they're making the playoffs. There is no question about them making the playoffs. They're making the playoffs. I'm talking about like getting past Kansas City. I don't see that in their future.
Okay, fair enough. Shake, what you think, man?
I'm gonna have to agree with every point that Havoc just made. But the one thing I would do add is that Coach Vrabel is a contender. He's a great coach. Unfortunately, he's a little light on the defense. I don't understand why I think they should have kept that cornerback they got rid of.
The Logan
Even though he
Ryan.
was allowing yards, but he was a bend but don't break kind of guy. But
Are you talking about
you know,
Jonathan Joseph or
He's talking about
Logan
Logan
Ryan?
Ryan, probably.
Logan Ryan, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, his ability to be able to be interchangeable with the safety and the cornerback position is very, very valuable, especially at the nickel spot. I really wanted the Dolphins to end up getting him too.
Ooh, not at
But
that price tag though.
hey, I don't know. That was a pretty. That was I think it was fair considering the fact what we had at the position.
Yeah, I mean, for 8 to 10 million for a nickel corner when you already
He
got.
he was willing to be a safety though. He was
I
willing
mean,
to be a safety, and he had over 100 tackles, 4 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, and 3 sacks, if I'm not mistaken. So if you compare those numbers to safeties in the league, he's right up there as far as numbers are concerned.
well, I mean, luckily our safety position is pretty secured this season, so I'm glad we saved the 8 to 10 million dollars he was requesting.
I could agree, but at the time I was like, yeah, definitely we should pull the trigger on that move.
I hear you. You're not alone. You're not alone.
Oh,
I
and
was.
by
Yeah,
the
go
way, you was I think you took Indianapolis, right?
ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so me and Shake was wrong, and you and Banks was right taking Indianapolis. But what was you saying?
I mean,
Yeah.
number. Yeah, go ahead, Shake.
No, I wasn't saying nothing. But
I mean, once again, I do not keep track of my picks, but thank you. I appreciate winning last week.
I wouldn't call it winning. You still got what 10 more games to go. And if you're not looking, Shake and Havoc, Jay Hearn said fast food for the top 5. So
No problem. I'm an
we're gonna
expert.
I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of time to think about that while we
Yep.
go
work
through
on my
the
five, baby.
we'll speed through our week 10 NFL picks.
Yeah.
So
I have an idea if you don't mind.
go ahead.
Let's do like the number 5, do a few picks, then get into number 4, do a few picks. You know what I mean, like that.
Okay.
Would you like to?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
we could do it that way. Definitely, we could do it that way.
I mean, I'm ready to judge. So let me know the format.
All right.
All right, so we're going number 5.
Yeah. I already got mine here.
Well, let's go over this number 1 game first because I still need to think about buying for a second.
Yeah. I'm ready to go. Let me know.
All right. So the Houston Texans at the Cleveland Browns.
As a Dolphins fan, I in no way, shape, or form could I ever put any positive karma into the atmosphere towards the Houston Texans. So I will be picking against them for the rest of the season. I'm just letting you know right now, and I'm picking against them for the rest of the season. And I'm picking against them for the game coming up.
I'm with him. Sorry.
Well, I'm going to have to agree with you guys. I don't know what it is about Baker Mayfield, but I'm just not a fan of Baker Mayfield as far as being able to carry his team when the running game has been obsolete. So, and looking at the Texans, I feel like they don't have enough firepower, but there's also this big old burden on my shoulders as far as that first overall pick that the Houston Texans may possibly end up giving us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and this is gonna have to be a biased pick for me. It's gonna go ahead and be the Cleveland Browns. But go ahead and go with your number 5.
Yeah.
Well, you got yours in the chamber, Havoc.
Oh, bro. I mean, at the number 5, in the number 5 slot for the top 5 fast food. By the way, I grew up in Broward County, particularly in Pembroke Pines, which is like one of the fast food capitals of the world, basically.
Yeah, Pines Boulevard was like a fast food mecca.
Okay, I grew up right off Pines Boulevard, so
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I know the vibes. Coming in the number 5 slot for me, man. I'm gonna have to give it to. Ooh, man, I'm gonna have to get the Checkers. Checkers in the number 5 spot. Always reliable, open late, amazing fries. Burgers that taste better than the competition. Checkers at number 5.
Okay, so I'm sorry I had to criticize your fifth pick, but
Yes.
my issue with Checkers is the burgers taste like cafeteria burgers. That's number one. Well,
That's
consider
that's
hold
flavor.
on. Wait a minute. I forgot. You're from Florida. Your food
What
wasn't exactly
cafeteria
what,
did you
what
have?
I eat. You see, I'm just saying it tastes just like that to me. So I'm sorry, the burger ain't up there for me.
You had them good
It's-
cafeteria burgers.
It's yeah. What cafeteria did you go to where the burgers were tasting like Checkers
Man, that
burgers?
was a nasty ass burger, man.
Man,
But
my cafeteria
Yeah,
burgers
horse
taste like
burgers.
McDonald's burgers.
man, them burgers
We
was
had
nasty,
horse
man.
burgers in Miami.
Man, please.
When we was kids, I ain't know no better. But now that I'm an adult, where I could actually go to get an actual good burger, I'm actually disappointed. I think I may have to end up showing you a good fast food burger. Havoc, if you put
Bro, my
Checkers
list
in your
will have
top five.
will have a superior burger, but I'm not picking Checkers based on their burgers. But they have always come through for me in the late night, so I got to roll with Checkers, man.
And I agree with you. I love their fries, man. Seasoned fries are the best.
Okay. Flag number 2 that I have with Checkers is the French fries. Now,
Oh my god.
I feel like I understand the variety that Checkers provides with the funnel cake fries, but I understand it's fast food. You can't mix the two. Like you frying French fries and funnel cake in the same grease is not going to work with me.
They got different fryers, bro.
No, they don't. I swear to God, they don't. They don't. That joint tastes just the same. That's why I don't like it. But I'm sorry. I can't put Checkers in my top 5.
And I
But
love
go
their
with
apple
your
pie.
top
Their
five, then.
cinnamon apple pie. Their cinnamon apple pies is off the chain.
Ooh,
I just had to get that off my chest, Havoc, because
ooh.
it's just Checkers. I feel like it's a very, very overrated restaurant for me. Oh,
Jay Hearns says Hardee's is his 5.
Mm,
Number 5.
okay.
I-
I'm not from the West Coast. I didn't grow up with Hardee's, so
man, that breakfast is off the chain. Yo.
I don't know too much about Hardee's.
Go Havoc with me. I mean, Havoc. Shake. What's your 5?
Culver's.
I ain't never
I've
heard
never
of
been
that.
Out of Wisconsin.
I've never been to Culver's.
Yeah, it's based out of Wisconsin. They moved. I don't think there's any in Miami right now, but they have double butter burgers. They have cheese curds. They have the ice cream is off the chain. Oh my god!
Okay.
I'm drinking them right now, and I put a little Captain Morgan in the Pepsi.
That's what's up. I mean, I can't really speak on Culver's because I've never eaten there.
Okay, I never eaten there either, so I can't really say it. I can't think of anything wrong with it. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with my number 5. Currently is my side chick Wendy. You can't beat 4 for $4, man. Even if you're budgeting, man, $4 for a cheeseburger, a 4-piece nugget, a medium fry, and a large drink. You can't do no wrong there. That's just the perfect budget food, no matter what the pay tax bracket looking like.
Look, Wendy's is an admirable pick, man. They've been doing it for a long time.
The only thing
Can't
is,
go wrong.
the only thing I don't like about Wendy's is it seems like they took their bread. They bought their bread from Winn Dixie. They got the Winn Dixie bread, but other than that,
and you know they low key they kind of got the budget chili. They kind of got the budget chili, but you know
The Winn Dixie bread.
that Winn Dixie bread. Oh man,
What is it with
yo, how
Dixie
come
bread?
everything at Winn Dixie smells like meat? Like the bread be smelling like meat, the floor smells like everything at Winn Dixie smells like meat.
Okay.
But do you have anything else to say on Wendy's?
and they got to peel the potatoes before they make the French fries.
But I will go I will go into my number 4 pick. my number 4 fast food franchise, man. Technically, kind of priced out of fast food in my opinion. But it's still technically considered fast food. Five Guys. You want to talk about a great burger? You want to talk about the freshest fries? Five Guys burgers and fries, man. I have yet to have a bad meal from Five Guys burgers and fries. I've also yet to have an affordable meal from Five Guys burgers and fries. But I like what they do.
That ain't on my top 5 just because of that damn price. I probably had that joint like once every 3 months, if that.
That's about right.
That's usually when I'm in an area where I have no idea where I'm at, and that's the only restaurant sitting right there where I have no choice but to get it.
But it's always hitting when you eat it, though.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead.
With Dixie bread, though. Shake, did you want to go with your 4, or you want me to go with my 4?
My number 4. Let me see. I'm trying to think. What's a good food? Let me see. My number 4. I have to say Checkers.
Okay.
For a lot of the reasons that Havoc stated, but one of the reasons I like Checkers is the fact that their burgers are pretty nice. The Buford burgers, the Champ burgers, whatever. So
it's always hidden.
Mm-hmm. All right. So my number 4, I'm gonna go with Popeyes, and this is because of something recent. That Popeyes chicken sandwich has been on point, and that is like that is the standard. That
has brought them up the charts.
Yes, that has literally brought them up the chart, and that chicken sandwich has set the standard of how a chicken parent is. I said chicken parent, chicken sandwich. That chicken sandwich is the standard of what a chicken sandwich is supposed to taste like. Now, me personally, when I go to Popeyes, I just be like, just give me the chicken and the bread, yo, and just give me the sweet heat sauce on the side. I just end up drizzling that joint on there, and that joint be right. Shake, that joint be right. Only thing wrong with Popeyes, ain't got no damn milkshake with it. That's the only thing I got an issue with Popeyes. But the fries is fire. Ain't no other fast food place that got chicken tasting like that. Popeyes is obviously.
Wait.
No,
you want to talk about
no
the funnel cake fries tasting like fries at Checkers. Every time I go to Popeyes, the fries just taste like chicken.
Hey, you must have been going to a ghetto ass Popeyes. But you gotta.
Hey, number 1, watch your mouth before you start talking about these Queens Popeyes. Watch it when you talking about these Northern Boulevard Popeyes.
Let me tell you something. There's a Popeyes by my house. I went to Friday. I said, you know what? I was headed to my last account. I said, well, you know what? Let me treat myself to some Checkers. Checkers, Popeyes, whatever. I was in the driveway for 30 minutes when they finally took my order. I said, let me get a fruit Hawaiian punch, large. Oh, we only have medium. Okay, that's fine. And they said, all right, I want a chicken sandwich, the chicken sandwich combo with the fries. Oh, we don't have any fries. I just drove off.
Yeah, you gotta leave. They having a bad day. You gotta go somewhere else.
Hey, everybody's not perfect. Like I had a situation with probably my number 1 and my number 2 spot that I'm probably gonna get into that story a little bit later when we get there. But everybody got their little day when they just ain't got nothing. It's COVID-19 right now, Shake. So give them a break, man. Give them a break.
I hear you.
The motor vehicles giving people breaks. Go ahead and give Popeyes a break.
And you know what, man? I gotta give Popeyes my number 3 spot. Talking about giving breaks, man. Much kind of very similar to what you said, man. That to basically have the industry standard in chicken sandwiches in a year. I got
people killing each other for it.
Literally, you got people killing each other over these chicken sandwiches, bro. when I see blood on the ground, you getting on my top 5. So in the number
that chicken sandwich was coming for blood, yo.
oh, yes, my number 3 spot is Checkers. That's what I got for my number 3. Is Popeyes, goddammit. All right, go ahead, Shake.
Let me see. My number 3 is going to be Burger King. I love, man, one of my favorite meals is the double Whopper with a Sunday pie.
Look, man, that's a strong combo.
Excuse me 1 minute.
They got people out here dying. Dying for these chicken sandwiches.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
Having fist fights.
Oh my gosh, bro. I've never seen someone kill someone over a McDouble.
Shit.
Oh, go ahead, DeVore, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and put as my number 3. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Chipotle. I can use Chipotle, right?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, Chipotle. I feel like it has everything the body needs: vegetable, protein, starch, and it fills you up. Can't go wrong. Chipotle, and we're getting diverse. How about that?
And you know, speaking of that, man, I'm gonna have to go. And this is a tussle between the number 1 and 2 spot. And my number 1 is unshakable. So my number 2 fast food franchise is Pollo Tropical. I'm talking about the fire grilled chicken. I'm talking about the rice and beans. I'm talking about the platanos. I'm talking about the yuca. I'm talking about everything they got there. The guava ribs. Man, Pollo Tropical. They man, yes. In the number 2 spot, Pollo Tropical.
Oh, you gonna have me die when I'm laying in the bed about to go to sleep.
Oh man. Oh man.
I dropped my list. Any issues with that, Shake?
Oh no, not at all. As a matter of fact, whenever I have 2 accounts at Fort Myers, and whenever I have to go to Fort Myers, I always stop there. No ifs, ands, and buts.
What's that restaurant called again, Jay Hearn? I mean, Havoc. Jay Hearn wants to know.
Pollo Tropical.
Spell it for me.
It started in Miami.
Yeah. I wrote it out in the chat.
Okay.
Pollo Tropical.
You said it's in Miami. I think I've been there. That's like
They're in Texas too. They're in Georgia now. They're in a few other places.
It's right there. It's
chicken on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's that. I think me and Banks went there. It's that spot right there on the waterfront.
I mean, that sounds like every Pollo Tropical.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, right there in that shopping center near the Miami Heat Stadium.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See. That's the thing about Pollo. You gotta. When the Pollo Tropical is hitting, there ain't nothing better.
And they give you for the sit down. They give you wine with it, right?
No.
Okay, so I think we might be talking about 2 different things. We sat down and All right, so Pollo Tropical. All right, I'm happy to write that down. What number are we on? 2 or 1? 2?
2.
All right, so man, my number 2, bro, like this just like resurrected in me. I'll probably say within like the last month by me just sitting down and just going to Wendy's on the regular basis. But when I got them coupons for that Burger King, for that Whopper, bruh, man, like that just like put a brand new life in me. Like I just love the Whopper. I love the onion rings too, but Burger King definitely is my number 2.
Double
Okay.
Whopper is my favorite. I can even throw down a triple Whopper
A
sometimes.
triple Whopper, man. Those are the days. I've had those days, man. I've had those days. And now Burger King is killing it with the buy $5 worth of food, and you get entered that
Yeah,
PS5 sweepstakes. Got me out here. Got my blood pressure up.
gotta
Trying
get
to get this
yeah.
damn PS5.
We going for the deal, baby. We gotta go for the deal.
But in the number 1 spot, you all know the
I
vibe.
gotta
The
get to
king.
my number 2.
You didn't. Oh, you didn't do your number 2 yet?
My number 2.
No, do it.
My number 2. I'm gonna have to say, Panda Express. It's all you can eat. I don't know if they have them. It's all you can eat Chinese buffet.
Not rolling. I am not rolling with Panda Express. I've eaten there. I don't like their food. Their fried rice is trash.
Hey, everybody has different. I love Panda Express.
Not to sound wrong here, but I feel like that is like the. How could I put this in?
Bro, it's like an even more budget version of Chinese food.
I feel like it's an
Chinese
ethnic Chinese food that's not exactly.
Bro, there's nothing ethnic about Panda Express.
Well,
bro. That is straight up American food.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't say the word I really want to say, but that's what it seems like.
It seems to have a bit of a mainstream flavor to it.
Like,
yeah.
It's safe. At least I know I'm not eating no dog or no rat. I tell you that much as far as Chinese food is concerned.
Yeah, I love it though. Hey, you're a chef, so I can understand where you're coming from. But I love it.
Bro, ain't no one serving dog or rat anywhere in America, pretty much.
Okay,
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, I tell you, I went to this one.
Talking about the school system, but
The public school food is a little bit different. But I'll just leap into my number 1 spot. It is the King of Kings, and it's not just for their food, but also for their beverage selection. This particular fast food franchise has the greatest beverage, the greatest soft drink to ever hit any type of shelves or dispensary of soda, and that is Taco Bell in the number 1 spot. You have your tacos, you have your soft tacos, you have the burritos, but it's not just that, it's the specialty foods. You have your chalupas, you had your gorditas for a little bit, for a small amount of time. You had the Doritos Locos Tacos now, and now they're hitting you over the head with the toasted cheddar chalupa, with a side beverage of the Mountain Dew Baja Blast. If you have something to say about the Mountain Dew Baja Blast, get at me, bro. That's all I gotta say. Pick your face up off the floor. You know the vibes.
I have something to say now, because I'm Hispanic and I love some tacos. Taco Bell is the Panda Express of Mexican food.
100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. Taco Bell.
Okay.
It is the Panda Express of Mexican food. That's a fact.
Slow down. Just the way Havoc just described the whole freaking Taco Bell menu. I think I'm going to have to clip that and just make that the trailer to promote this podcast. Especially when he started talking about the chalupa and then moving on to the Baja.
I'm talking about you get not just a small bag, not a medium, but a large bag full of food for about $10. And you wash that down with the king of drinks, the Mountain Dew Baja Blast, the king of drinks. Man, get your life together, bro.
When I was living in Miami, the only time I ate Taco Bell was like at 3 a.m. when I was drunk and there was nowhere else to eat.
That's usually around the time you get Taco Bell. Yeah.
Yeah. Taco Bell stayed up at late 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. if I'm not mistaken.
Bro, they open damn near all day at this point because they do breakfast now too.
Yeah, they do breakfast now, but that I think one of my favorite things on the menu is probably the Supreme Crunch Wrap. That joint, when I had it that first time, I literally had to go back the same freaking day and
Bro,
go get me another one.
Taco Bell will do that to you where you'll be like, I'm gonna run that back.
I'm gonna run that back. My number one, White Castle. Definitely extremely underrated. What'd you say, Shake?
I never had it, unfortunately. I've had the frozen.
Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Don't even talk about that. Don't even talk about that. You talking about that frozen crap that you get from Sam's Club? Oh no! You got to go to an actual White Castle restaurant. Like that joint is fire. Perhaps maybe I haven't had it enough because there's not one in my area. Like I get it usually when I'm like in the Michigan area or the North Carolina area. But every time I go, it tastes exactly the way I left it. Great.
I live by a White Castle. Boy, is it clutch. I'm talking about, I mean, you get the little burgers, you get the chicken rings. They hit you with the fish bites. Bro, White Castle, man, you want to talk about a late night tear down session. Boy, White Castle is your best friend. If I'm talking about like when you get the first time you get the PS5 and you tell everyone in your family to leave you alone for 24 hours and you got the bag of White Castle right here, man, ain't nothing better. Except a bag of Taco Bell with a Baja Blast on the side, but that's we're not talking about that. What you got, Shake?
My number one is your number two. Pollo Tropical, baby.
Okay.
When I'm in Fort Myers, I put it this way, man. I can't pass. There's been times when I go to Fort Myers. I go to Fort Myers 2-3 times a week. I bring my own lunch. I'll pass by the Pollo Tropical. I'll look at my lunch. I guess I'm having you for dinner. And I go into the thing. I get the same thing every time. Quarter chicken meal. Yep. I'm gonna tell you, if on a good day, quarter chicken meal with white meat, not brown dark meat, but white meat, white rice, mac and cheese, cheesy yuca bites, and plátano dulce.
Oh my, plátano dulce
with some lemonade.
Muévete. Calm down.
Damn, man. That's a dinner meal. God damn.
Bro.
That's on a good day, but I normally get the quarter chicken meal with just white rice and lemonade, and that's it.
Bro. How much does all that cost?
The quarter chicken meal with just with white rice by itself, it's like $5.30 something.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the one I get is like $7. All that stuff that I just mentioned is like 7 something.
Yeah, I mean, I roll with a quarter chicken, rice, and beans. You give me that little roll, I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm ready to go.
When I go there every time I go to Fort Myers. As a matter of fact, I was there. They took away one of my Fort Myers accounts. I thought they were going to take Fort Myers all the way together. I'm like, damn it, man! How the hell am I supposed to get my Pro Tropical? Like they left me with one of my Fort Myers, so I'm happy. Not to mention my girlfriend works in Cape Coral, which is near Fort Myers. So, like on the weekends, I text her, "Hey, bring me some Pollo Tropical."
So I get it. I mean, even out here in Queens, when I used to come home from work, I wife I was getting out of work. I'm a chef, obviously, getting out of work late, and I'm telling my wife, "Hey, I'm coming home." She's like, "Hey, if you happen to be dropping by Wendy's, you want to pick up some nuggets?" It's like, you read my mind. And I didn't put Wendy's in my top 5, but they damn sure could be there. The amount of time I patronaged a Wendy's.
See, I had to agree with Shake. I'm not even going to stunt. The bun, the bun for Wendy's burgers are just not my cup of tea, especially for the breakfast. Like,
yo, you want to talk about buns? The Popeye's chicken sandwich bun, I think, maybe the best bun in the game.
That's that rich bun. That's the rich bun.
That brioche bun.
Yeah, that joint. Yeah, boy.
They may have the best bun in the game, to be honest with you.
Man, That joint is soft. It's not hard. Like that's why I don't even like McDonald's. Like McDonald's buns are so freaking hard. Like they look stale, to be honest. But
They're a step away from public school hamburger buns, to be honest with
shoot,
you. And take notice, McDonald's did not make anybody's top 5 list. That just goes to show you the connoisseurs on this stream today. When the most popular fast food franchise in the entire world ain't even top 5. These are opinions you can trust, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta say.
Let's move on. Going back to the Week 10 picks. Damn, I lost my place. The Washington football team at the Detroit Lions, man.
Ugh. What a gross game. You know, this is just a bad game. Detroit. Why not Detroit? They're both bad teams. They're both teams I don't particularly like very much. They're both organizations I don't particularly like, to be honest with you. But I'll give it to Detroit.
Fair. Shake?
Say Detroit too. By the way, one of the things that I've been hearing about Washington why they benched Haskins is because they say he's been exhibiting poor work ethic. He really hasn't been working out as hard as he should be.
So it's a possibility we have another Jamarcus Russell on our hands, Shake? Is that what it's looking like?
I don't know, because the thing about it is, who's that? Ron Rivera. That's why he loved playing with Cam Newton, because he had a strong work ethic. Even Belichick, who never gushes over anybody, has been gushing over Cam Newton's work ethic. So I think if you don't put in the work, he's just like Brian Flores. I'm not gonna keep you around. I think that's what happened with Rosen as well.
I think that was part of the reason why Rosen left. But that may be, I'm interested to know more about that in regards to Haskins, because, if you look at the trio of quarterbacks that they have, there's only really one quarterback that could possibly be the future. You would think they'd want to give him the reps, but either way, that's for a different video.
Maybe by benching him, well, they're trying to light a fire in his ass. Say, look how fast this could be taken away from you in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, look at the logo. They done took that away.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take your job away too.
Hell yeah. So I think that the Washington is taking a turn, because I don't think Ron Rivera is a puppet that could be used by Snyder. So
we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm going Detroit though.
I'm going Washington. Alex Smith's the quarterback. I'm going Washington.
I like Alex Smith.
Washington.
I hope he does well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I won't be watching the game either way.
Shoot, you got no choice. Ain't nothing else to watch. You got to wait for the Dolphins at 4:15.
I'll wait.
Mm-hmm. You know what else I heard too is they moved a lot of the 4 o'clock games for golf.
Oh, Mike. Oh, the Masters, is that going on right now?
Yeah, that's why they moved. If you notice, there's a lot of 4 o'clock games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was wondering. I hate when the Dolphins play at 4 o'clock. Like, I just feel like it just ruins my whole evening.
Yeah, in regards to the Masters are as watchable, as good as Tiger Woods feels like playing. That's pretty much my perspective on all golf. Tiger Woods playing good, why not check it out?
Absolutely. All right, next up we got Tampa Bay at the Carolina Panthers.
Ooh, I'm going to take Tampa Bay, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking Tampa Bay. Man. They playoff bound.
I think
Okay.
so too. I'm gonna have to agree with Havoc. I think that there's just some teams that just have your number. Not to mention, um, Tom Brady is one of those players that regular season you could get a win off of him, but it's hard to get a win off of Tom Brady. Damn near impossible to get a win off Tom Brady in the playoffs. So that's another animal.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that Tampa Bay just came off of a tough loss last week against the New Orleans Saints, I kind of want to go in the Carolina Panthers corner because they played Kansas City to the end last week too. But I feel like Tampa Bay's gonna get back on track and gonna end up taking care of Carolina.
Hmm. Yeah, I think so too.
The Eagles at the New York Giants. I know how you feel about this division,
Oh
Havoc.
my gosh, NFC East. Ugh. Might as well just put all the games on radio. Um, you know, so here's the thing. Philadelphia is objectively more talented than the Giants. They should win this game. But neither team knows how to win games. So I guess I'll go with Philly. Just because at least, and the thing is, they have guys. They're just not really a good team. It's kind of like the Dallas Cowboys. They have players, they're just not a good team. Um, and the Giants are in the same bucket as the Eagles, except I think Philadelphia is probably more talented than the Giants. So I'll give it to Philadelphia.
Shay?
So Philly and Giants, you say?
I'm going Eagles. Yeah, Philly at the Giants, Eagles.
Where it's gonna? I'm gonna say Giants. I have no reason to, but I'm gonna just say Giants.
I'm going with Philly. Talent wise, they're a better team.
Mm-hmm. Somebody has to win the game. They both can't lose.
Oh, they can. They can
They
always
can tie.
tie.
They can always tie. That's like both sides losing, basically.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a complete sweep for all three of us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Green Bay Packers. I just want to know how many points the Green Bay Packers are going to have.
Man, I think Jacksonville's gonna play them tough. Actually,
21.
No hesitation there. 21.
yeah. I mean, you can sign me up for. Yeah, you can sign me up for pretty much the same thing.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with that. 21.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rout.
All right. This is probably going to be one of my favorite games. I'm actually upset that it's not that the Dolphins are not playing at 1 o'clock so I can watch this game, but the Buffalo Bills at the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, that's
I'm rooting for
interesting.
the Cardinals, but I'm gonna have to say Buffalo.
Yeah, man, that's very interesting. I feel like the Dolphins played about as mistake free as you could play. And they won the game. But if they had made a few more mistakes, the Arizona could have very easily won that game as well. Um, Buffalo, they're a good team. I feel like they're starting to come back down to earth a little bit. Not that they're a bad team. They're still, the division leaders. I don't think they're untouchable. I'll say it like that. I'm gonna go Buffalo though. I'll go Buffalo.
You know what? Looking at Kyler Murray last week for the Cardinals, it was very, very hard for us, the Dolphins, to get that Arizona Cardinals offense off the field. So I'm looking at the Buffalo Bills, and I feel like they're not going to be able to sustain offensive drives the way the Arizona Cardinals. I just feel like it's just going to come down to it's going to be a shootout. There's no doubt about that. but I feel like Arizona's going to end up being able to keep up that level of intensity of scoring on the majority of their drives, either with some shape, way, or form, either a field goal or a touchdown. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Arizona.
Okay. I mean, look, Kyler Murray is playing his ball on right now. So it's really just a matter of if their defense can hold up.
Now, well, when it comes down to it, I feel like what's that? My goodness gracious, Josh Allen. I feel like Josh Allen, he just makes some questionable throws on third down, which forces them to punt. And I feel like that's the way that the Arizona Cardinals are going to be able to capitalize on that is by Josh Allen making a mistake. Not saying it's going to be an interception or a turnover, but where it ends up holding on to the football too long, trying to evade the rush and end up losing with 10 yards or something like that, or him just overthrowing or underthrowing a receiver on a crucial down that could put him in a situation to score.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I think it's going to be a good game nonetheless.
All right. Game of the week for us: the Los Angeles Chargers at the Miami Dolphins.
Glad to say no.
Yeah.
Well, just give me a 30-second analysis of what you think is going to happen in the game because I already know who y'all think is going to win.
Obviously,
right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Shake.
Go for it. I'm still
Obviously, I got the Dolphins to win. If for no other reason, they appear to be not just the more disciplined team, but one of the most disciplined teams in the entire NFL. I don't think that's something people really bring up. Is they're one of the least? I mean, before last week's game and Xavier Howard, they're one of the least penalized teams in the entire league. So, I think that level of discipline, the fact that they're not beating themselves, which is not something that the Chargers have necessarily shown the ability to not beat themselves yet. And also, the Chargers have not won a game in a while as well. I think people, as well as Herbert's playing, they don't really win games too often. So I'm going Dolphins, man.
Yeah, one thing about the Chargers and the Dolphins, they have a win-lose. They actually have a good rivalry, win-lose, win-lose, win-lose. Actually, we got killed by them, but I'm gonna have to say that Justin Herbert is no Kyler Murray, so he's not going to be able to escape Emmanuel Ogbah and Shaq Lawson. And by the way, Cal Van Noy has been cleared to play, so he's going to be on that field. So that defense, he's never played a defense quite like the Dolphins. So it's going to be. And as far as the defense, their defense is concerned, from what I hear, their safeties aren't doing that well. So I was on Larry's stream earlier, and they were talking about how decimated their team is. So I think Tua, with a little bit more feel to the game, I think he's going to do big things this time around.
Yeah, I was going to say that the Chargers offense plays right into our defense because the lack of running game currently. The Austin Eckler, he's probably going to be out for another week. Justin Jackson, I think he's been ruled out. So now you're just down to Joshua Kelly, and they moved
up. That all pro Kalen Ballage.
And they got Kalen Ballage. So I feel like their running game is going to be almost non-existent, and that's going to play to our strength considering the fact that we have one of the best pass defenses in the league. So I think we can obviously force a couple turnovers because that's been the Los Angeles Chargers' issue is turning the football over in crucial moments where they be like right in the game to win the game, but it be turnovers in the red zone that be costing them football games. So again, I feel like it's going to be this game is going to play to the Miami Dolphins' strengths as far as their perennial pass defense. But you already know you already know who I think is going to win, the Dolphins.
It's unanimous.
I already knew that.
Once again, no one on this panel has rooted against the Dolphins to lose any games this season.
Nope. And thank God Beck is not here because I was pretty sure he would have took the Dolphins too. But the Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders. Excuse me.
I mean, Denver Broncos, kind of a little bit similar to the Chargers. Can't get, haven't crossed over to the point where, they're not beating themselves. They got a lot of good pieces. Like, you like Drew Lock, you like Jerry Jeudy, but you don't like their defense. Against the Raiders, who, the Raiders, David Carr is having like a good David Carr season. Like, I guess David Carr decided he was going to have a good season this year. He has a really good offensive line. I think Josh Jacobs may still be out, but regardless, I still like them to win, man. I'm gonna take the Raiders.
Jake?
Yeah, I'm about to say the Raiders.
Raiders? Yeah, I'm going to have to go Raiders too as well. I became a Jerry Jeudy fan, but I think the Raiders are just a better all-around team. I'm not really satisfied with the Denver Broncos offense being able to put up over 24 points. I know last week they ended up putting up 30, but not against the Raiders, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the Raiders.
Hey, on a side note, real quick, has anybody ever heard of Hardee's?
Yes.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, because I've had it before one time, but they closed that one location down in Fort Myers because that's what Jay Hearn was saying. I think his number one is Hardee's. That's why I brought it up.
I've had Hardee's once when I went to West Virginia, and it was good. I just haven't come across a Hardee's ever since.
Breakfast is so freaking good. Oh my God.
Cookout. I never heard of that one. Yeah, breakfast, Hardee's breakfast. Yeah, I never. Unfortunately, I only been there one time, Hardee's, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
I love any restaurant with a pretzel bun is my favorite bun out of all the buns. Pretzel bun.
I like the pretzel bun. I like how Wendy's
followed by sourdough.
I like whenever Wendy's has a special new sandwich, they always break out the pretzel bun.
You got me thinking about pretzels. I might have to give me an Auntie Anne's pretzel.
Oh, Auntie Anne's.
Remember when Burger King did the sourdough?
Yeah, the sourdough king.
Breakfast sandwich or something.
Yeah, Auntie Anne's is really like the only. Like, there are a lot of people out here making pretzels, but they're the only ones out here really hitting you with the soft pretzels. The soft, buttery pretzels.
Like, something about their pretzels are just so good compared to everybody else's. Maybe, I don't know, but any other place I go to, I can't get a pretzel to taste the way Auntie Anne's tastes.
Yeah, Auntie Anne's. Yeah. We have one in Walmart by my house.
Man, I remember used to go down to Pembroke Lakes Mall all the time, get the Auntie Anne's pretzels.
Oh yeah, any pretzel you go to, Pembroke Lakes Mall, that was the spot right there. I missed that mall.
That was that. It's still there, right? Pembroke Lakes Mall is still there.
It's still there. I thought it's still a spot though. You know what I mean?
I
love going to that GameStop in particularly.
Yeah, bro. I remember back in the day when that GameStop was an electronic boutique. And then it turned into a GameStop. Little Pembroke Lakes Mall history for y'all that remember Broward County, South Florida, around the 90s or early 2000s.
Yeah. Then GameStop had their own store, and then I started going to the store instead of going into the mall.
Man, I remember back in the day, you walk into Pembroke Lakes Mall, the first store you hit was the CD store. I forget what it was called, but either way, shout out to Pembroke Lakes Mall.
Man, one thing I hate about GameStop though, you take them like 5 or 6 games that you thought were good. Okay, that'll be $2.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Imagine right now you got people like GameStop trading in their PlayStation 4 and like 15 games, and they're like, "So that'll be $44 for all this." GameStop has been steady on the ripoff when it comes to the trade-in.
No doubt, make you want to jump across the counter.
And then they sell it. And then they sell it used for like $5 off the retail price.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shoot, more than that.
I won't be getting a PlayStation 5 for like another 2 years.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna get the PlayStation 5 when the PlayStation 6 comes out.
No, actually, that's what I've always done. The thing about it is, one of the reasons I do that is now that the PlayStation is hot, I can
Yeah.
get all the good titles for dirt cheap.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Now is a great time to buy PlayStation 4 games because they ain't making any more new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It
That's
just
what I
looks so
love.
old. Like it already looks old to me. Like I was playing 2K today. It
Mm-hmm.
just doesn't. You just get spoiled when you watch people play this stuff on YouTube.
Yeah,
But
that's when I got my Dreamcast when the PS2 came out. I got a ton of games for it.
so you stay behind.
Oh hell yeah!
But I'll tell you.
Stay behind.
You get more bang for your buck that way. The endings don't change, so I don't give a
I hear you though. I usually don't buy consoles on launch either.
Yo, what's up, boys? Technical difficulties.
Oh,
My
man.
bad. Sorry, everybody.
The only way I'll buy a PlayStation 5 early, right, is if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. That's when it'll force me to buy it. But other than that, I don't think so.
Oh man.
I'm gonna say Johnny come lately.
Oh man. Banks, you came at the perfect time.
I just made my Twitter, man. Major announcement. I just made my Twitter.
That's what's up.
Oh, that's stuff. I gotta follow you. What is it?
I haven't used Twitter in well over 10 years, but it's Banks of America, of course. But it's BANKS the number 0 FMAM the number 3 R the number 1 CA, because apparently somebody stole my Twitter handle.
Are you following the show?
No, I was actually going to ask how would I go about doing that.
Just type in the search.
How about Great One DeVore? Are you following Great One DeVore?
No, I just created it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Well, Banks, you came just in time because we were just about to talk about the Seahawks and Rams pick.
Yeah, that's going to be a close game, man. I'm expecting us to bounce back and win the game, of course. I mean, we're at home, but not at home. Home field matters anyway. But, yeah, I'm expecting us to bounce back and win the game. But this is the test for us. This, to me, is the major test. The Seahawks are going to be one of the best teams, if not the best team in the NFC, even though they kind of struggled the last few weeks. I still feel like they're a really strong team. They might end up coming out of the NFC to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl possibly. So we need to put our best game of the season this week. We have to, especially after losing to the Miami Dolphins in the way that we did. We got a week off the rest, get everybody up to par. Jared Goff needs to play better. I can't keep saying it over and over. He needs to play better, man. He just has to play better. And what way to better play against the Seahawks? Because the Seahawks defense is not what they used to be. So I feel like Jared Goff can actually go in there and light it up. But we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Rams are going to lose. Especially now, particularly Seahawks are getting Damon Harrison now. Apparently he's worked himself back into shape. So, I mean, that's just another dude in the middle just to stuff the run game. And these good teams, they fall off, kind of like the game we were talking about earlier. Sometimes good teams, they just drop games in the middle of the season. But the Seahawks still are the Seahawks, so I'm gonna roll with the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, let's see. For a comeback game, I'm gonna go with the Rams. I think they're hangover.
Just to the Rams are at home.
Well, I mean, home field doesn't matter anyway, bro. I mean, to be honest with you, it doesn't matter.
Which brings us to our topic when we're done with the picks about the home field advantage. We got to bring that up real quick.
Yeah. What you think? Well, I think home field advantage does kind of matter because it goes back to what New England Patriots opponents end up complaining about too as well is well, especially the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is what Mike Tomlin said, the GOAT. Excuse me, not the GOAT, a Hall of Fame head coach. He said that he heard good times on his headset one time. They were playing in Foxborough like this.
Hey,
So
we lucky we got him.
Dum
So
dum
I,
dum dum dum
I
dum.
feel like that does actually matter because also I'm not too sure if they can control if they have the option to control of how loud they can make the stadium crowd be during the course of the games. I don't know if there's a rule or not, but I still think home field advantage still does count because they're still being able to control crowd noise.
Yeah, it counts, but it ain't the same.
Oh
It
yeah,
ain't even close to the same. The only real advantage when it comes to home field nowadays is that you get to sleep in your own bed the day before the game instead of traveling on the road. But
that's true.
outside of that, man, and I think we've seen this throughout the season, man. Ain't no one like really have like a firewall around their home. Like teams pretty much are playing the same whether on the home or out the road. So we'll see. Seattle came to Miami and beat us. So
Yeah.
Off of a technicality, just off of a technicality.
hey, they got the dub, man.
Man, off of a technicality. All right. Four more games.
Who's that technicality? No, like Benogany?
No,
Okay.
Fitzpatrick. But four.
Lockett, Lockett was eating his lunch that day.
Oh my God. Well, we end up forcing a couple turnovers, and was basically being put in a situation to win the football game. So
We didn't get blown out at all.
no, like us intercepting Russell Wilson in the red zone. Don't get me lying about what the other turnover was, if it was another turnover. But like definitely we were put in some situations where we most definitely could have won the game.
Mm-hmm.
But 4 games left. The Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, Pittsburgh Steelers next. Yeah.
We got the Hall of Fame coach coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Banks. Okay, I guess he's experiencing more technical difficulties.
Hall of Fame coach in the house. No pun intended.
Yeah, man. Also, Pittsburgh still has not lost a game this season, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
I didn't think I read the report yet that Ben Roethlisberger was off the COVID list. So let me look that up right now. Actually, wow.
Ooh,
I'm about
yeah,
to
that
say
makes
my
a difference.
pick.
Yeah. But even then, I mean, even if it's what's his name, Mason Rudolph,
It's a big difference.
but Pittsburgh defense, particularly the pressure they're getting on the passer this year, I mean, it's been unreal.
Well, Ben Roethlisberger is active. He's eligible to play tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's at home. Yeah, I'm going with Pittsburgh. The San Francisco 49ers at the New Orleans Saints.
Man, San Fran's still beat up, bro. And it looks like they're having a very unanticipated bad season. I think it continues, man. I got the Saints.
Saints blowout.
Yeah, pretty much. They got no DBs either. That's the thing. They got no DBs.
Mm-mm. And they got Mike Thomas. The Saints got Mike Thomas back last week.
Oh
yeah,
man.
they're killing them. Sorry, probably not the appropriate word to use, but it's over before it started.
Let's just say this: it's a parking lot. There are some hungry people, and the San Francisco 49ers are the Popeyes chicken sandwich, and New Orleans Saints are the hungry customer. It's not going to be pretty. Let's just say that. It's not going to be pretty.
Nope. Not at all.
I just hope the Saints don't run out of fries.
All right. Last two games. The Sunday night game. The Baltimore Ravens at the New England Patriots.
Oh, Ravens all day.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ravens all day. I
And
still
I
don't
hope
know.
that-
I still don't know what New England's good at.
I feel like I could take New England.
You sure about that?
Well, considering the fact that Lamar hasn't been playing exactly well lately, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take
All right.
New England.
All right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for Baltimore Ravens because if New England wins and they start turning around their season, oh man, they're going to become scary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping for the Ravens. I say Ravens. Not to mention, Bill Belichick still can't stop a running game. So
That
they're up front they have a good secondary, which is their strength. But unfortunately, right now their running game isn't nowhere near as good as I mean, their run defense isn't as good as their pass defense. So they're more equipped to handle. That's why they were able to hang tough with the Chiefs. The Chiefs aren't really that much of a run threat.
Yeah, Bill Belichick's finally finding out what the rest of the coaches in the NFL had to deal with the past 20 years.
I guess y'all two just go ahead and go with the Baltimore Ravens. Last but not least, the Monday Night Football game, the Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears.
You know, I'm going to give it to Chicago. If it's at Chicago, considering Chicago plays outdoors all year round and Minnesota plays indoors all year round and Minnesota is tanking, I'll give it to Chicago.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Minnesota. And because they're damn near unstoppable when Dalvin Cook is in the backfield. So, if Kirk Cousins could just be a complimentary quarterback and not have the weight all over on his shoulders, I feel like they can come away with this football game.
I'm gonna go with the Bears.
You trust Nick Foles?
No, but I think Calvin he's gonna run into a brick wall. I think Chicago's what they lack is pass run defense.
Okay.
Fair enough.
It's not like a strong.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm behind Chicago,
I agree.
but yeah, I like them over Minnesota.
They lost last three of their 4 games. So.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Any final thoughts before we close it out, fellas?
I mean, as always, I appreciate the opportunity to come on. You know, I'm glad we were able to get into some good conversation today. Talk about some fun things. So, talk about people losing their lives over sandwiches. It's always a good time. So, I'll see y'all next week.
Shake.
Banks, I followed you, and if you're ever in the Miami area, do yourself a favor and go to Pollo Tropical. It is great food for a low price. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Well, it seems that Banks is unavailable at this particular moment, but I'm pretty sure I can nutshell what he's going to say. Basically, he appreciates everybody that came through and checked out the stream. Be sure to follow him on Twitter. Also, be sure to share and like the podcast too as well. But I think I covered everything that he was probably going to say. Yeah, I think that's about everything. But me personally, yes, absolutely. I do appreciate everybody that came through on this Saturday night. I know there's really not that many things to do currently since we are living in the COVID-19 life where we have these restrictions going on. But hey, I'm glad you guys are here. But appreciate everybody coming through. This is the Not for Debate. We out of here, man.
Salute.
Adios.